Hello, welcome to a video of A Mother's Wild Heart. My name is Renee. I'm a social worker and a doula and a mom, and I'm overcoming in very big strides mental health challenges that result from early childhood trauma and other things that have happened during my life to no fault of my own. But I really believe that my life has purpose, has meaning, and that I'm being put back together into something beautiful and that I can share with the world, and that I can be a wonderful mother alongside being on this healing journey. So if my story encourages you, please stay tuned. I love sharing. When I have an idea, I quickly make a video. This is part of me bringing relief to a hurting world. So I hope this means something to you and you can share with someone who you know might be going through a similar situation. I had this interesting conversation with my husband, who happens to be a life coach. It's not relaxing to be married to a life coach. He'll be like, "What are your goals for the year?" It's really good. It's good for me because I'm more of a, dreamy person who lets the year fly by, and I'm like, what happened? So it's really good to have him. However, we were hiking along the headland, so beautiful being in nature. It's just like a headland on the ocean. No better place to actually, express your mind, put words into those thoughts that don't usually come out. So it was really, really precious time. And then we stumbled upon, not agreeing upon the definition of desire. There's certain desires, and I was trying to explain to him that I think that if you think of the hierarchy of needs in the Maslow's pyramid, where, one level is just like what you eat, what you need, shelter, clothes, those sort of things. I was just really thinking like so many people live there, and I find myself living in that area as well. It's like, what do we need to do? I need to clean. I need, all this to-do lists. Like as I'm cleaning up one meal, I need to think about how do I prepare the next meal. So I feel, when I feel in that realm too long, and I was seeing just people, I'm not judging, I just don't know what is happening in people's lives, but seeing people race around getting Christmas gifts, I was just like, oh man, there must be so much more to this. And I was looking forward to a Christmas without gifts, where we just listen into our hearts and share love. But I think it's a very materialistic existence, which I have found myself in. But then I always have this crying voice in my heart is like, let me out, give me adventure, give me purpose, give me fulfillment. There needs to be more in life to this. So Tristan says desire, the moment when you act upon something you want, it's a desire. And I was like, no way, I don't want to hear that. For me, desire is a more sacred word. I would not consider it desire when I, need something and go to the store and buy it. So I'm acting upon a wish or a need I have, but that's not desire. Desire is way more transcendental. So desire is when you look into your life and be like, I want more. And yeah, you act upon it. That's when desire becomes, manifest. But before that, I think too many people live without desire. So I, for my part, want to spend a year chasing desire again and being like, where is it? What do I want? What do I love? What are the areas that need more fulfillment? And I love the word longing. What do I long for? So I long for more creativity. I long for more connection. So those are the words I long for. So when Tristan told me, your desires are like, wanting nachos that evening, I'm like, no, don't misuse this word desire. It was really, really interesting. But then he helped me see it as well. He's like, if you fight a word, it will always be, without peace, without clicking in, without making sense for you. So I loved it how Tristan said, stop fighting this definition of desire. Maybe you need to let it rest, surrender your understanding of desire, and embrace a new understanding of desire. And I was like, no, I will not call it desire when I want nachos. But hang on, I was like, okay, I don't want to fight, I don't want to argue, I want to let the definition find me. So that's been really cool, and I'm still on this trip because it's only been 1 day of the year. But I want to be like, okay, what is desire? Why am I saying, I'm actually telling myself I don't live out my desire in my life, of adventure, of a great life, of, nobody can travel at the moment, but that's one of my desires, to see the world again and again and to take my daughter on new adventures. But Tristan is helping me to redefine and to be like, the more you say there's no desire in your life, the less you are able to see it happening in front of you. If you say there's none in your life, you are almost stopping yourself from finding it altogether. And he said, if you look into your life, you'll probably realize that you're acting on a lot of desires that you weren't aware of. And I'm like, slam dunk again, Tristan. But I needed to hear that, and it's true. So I am following my desires way more than I think, and that's a really good realization, which is going to propel me into this more awareness of like grabbing onto the desires I really do want to see fulfilled in my life. Passion, like, I've done so much art, and I'm just not passionate at selling it or at, I'm so passionate as a doula. I've got a few clients, but I'm still not like, I don't have the grit to totally put myself out there and to introduce myself to everyone and build these relationships. At the moment, it's with COVID, but COVID is not an excuse, to hang back and be like, I'll just wait till COVID settles down. It's actually time to lean in and to find these opportunities, to be innovative. Yeah. So this is I don't know how to wrap it up in a nutshell because my brain's just gone like firework. But let's reel it back in. That always helps me to understand something, to bring it back in. What did I talk about? Let's look for desire in our lives. Let's understand where we are already living out desire. We can then enhance it. So don't curse your own life by saying there's no desire, no passion, no longing, because there is. You're a human being made in the image of the divine, so there is longing within you. The whole world has been created out of a spark of desire that God wanted to have a relationship with beings, so he created them. Such a cool story. Now I went on another tangent. Okay, again. Again to this, when I was saying I want more desire. So there is this normal part of life which needs to exist, and I think it needs us to show up fully. We can't be a shell of ourselves in that arena of our lives and then try to build on top of, more desires, more adventure. I think our children need us to run the household. Our children need us to feed them. Our children need us to play blocks with them on the floor for years and years. But that does not mean that you have to miss out on your heart being fully alive and you being inspired every single day and you feel the sense of growth. So there's always ways to improve on this, mundane life. Mundane is beautiful as well, but you need more. So I encourage you, surround yourself with people who inspire you. Follow people online who give you something new to read and to think about every day. Buy books, put yourself into courses. That's a really, really important area of growth. Is like inspiration and constantly being wowed, constantly being amazed. That was what stood out to me a lot, and I hope it means something to you. Write that long list of things you want to do this year, no matter how crazy they are. Let's see how many we can tick off this year.